The purpose of this video is to show you how to add students to an intervention in a large group. This video is being recorded in a pilot server with fake students and fake data, so any likeness to a real student is purely coincidental. With this video, we are going to show you how you can filter down to a course and a staff member to grab all of the students from that roster and place them in an intervention all at one time. In order to do this, you will need to have already created an intervention and have it active. Just a reminder that you can do that by adding one student. So if you already have that created with that one student, you would be able to add students to that intervention. You also will need to have already created your rosters in MTSS for summer camps. So we know it's important to have that completed before the end of the school year. So you are placing rosters on teachers in a period outside of the bell schedule, putting students into those rosters that are attending summer camp. So once you have completed that part in MTSS, what you can do is search for that particular teacher and that course. So I'm going to come over here to Dashboards and Classroom, and I'm going to use Student Search. So you'll notice here it is defaulting to a prior search that I did, but I will remove these filters and show you how we completed this. When you first navigate to this page, it is going to ask you to select a staff member. So under Filter, you're going to scroll to Staff, and Joy Andrews, is my summer camp lead teacher that the course number that I need to work with is underneath her name. So I'm going to click on her name and filter. And now I have all of Joy Andrews' students in all of her rosters. Now I need to filter to just the course that I've used for summer camp. So I'm going to go to Filter Data and Course. And at the top here I have a search bar. So if she has several courses, I can find the course that I use for summer camp. If you renamed it and it's called summer camp, it would be easy to find that, or if it's still schedule filler, whatever course number you were using, you'll find it in the list. So we'll say that this course, even though it's not a schedule filler course, since this is a pilot site, we're going to use this one as our example. So I check it and then I click out of that area and my page will update. So now these are all of the students that are in this course for this teacher. From this list, I can add all of these students to an intervention at one time. So you will now need to think about how your rosters are set up. If you have dumped all of your students into one roster with a lead teacher and numerous co-teachers, so all of your students attending summer camp are under one roster, what you would need to do then is determine which students need to be added to a particular intervention. So if it were just, these few students, you could do that. Click those. You can filter by grade level here, so that might help you as well. So you would just need to make sure that you are grabbing the group of students that need to be added to a specific intervention at once. If you are creating rosters and they are already separated, so my reading students are already separated, my math students are already separated under different teachers, and all of these students in this roster need to go into the same intervention, I'm going to click at the top here. And once I have my student selected, whichever students it may be, I'm going to click on Actions and Add to Intervention. So you are going to see the Add to MTSS intervention here. So I'm going to click on that. And then what I can do is create or search for my created intervention here. So if it was a first grade math camp, I can search for that and find it here. If it was, an M class or whatever it may be, I'm going to search for my name of my intervention I need to add these students to. And I am going to click Add Students. This will add all of these students at the same time, and then I can click here to actually go to that intervention page. Here is my summer math camp intervention. and now all of those students have been added, and I can go in and add in attendance and observations, and if it were a reading camp, also goals. So it is easy to add the students to intervention en masse if you already have those rosters created by, again, using classroom, student search, filter to the staff member, and then the course name. And then you can choose which students need to be added to an intervention, keeping in mind that it will add all the students selected to that intervention that you select. So you may need to choose just a handful of students at a time, add them to the first grade, then the other students to add to the second grade. Once you have your selection, you're going to click on Actions and add to MTS Intervention, and then search for the intervention that you need to add those students to.